been able to tap into.
Mm.
So definitely bringing her in. I'm channeling her energy. And we're in a time now where we can really channel our ancestors and really bring that energy into the forefront and have them get us through these times that we're facing, you know?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure she's very proud of you. You know, I know she's very proud of you in heaven, and this is a big night for you, man. And your mother has every reason to be proud. And
Definitely.
so let's talk about the movie, man. So we spent a lot of time. Like, how long were we planning this project?
Man, we started kind of right before the conference. I think a couple of months before the conference. You gave me a call and said, "Hey Rick, I got this idea, man. I want to do B1 the movie. I want to do this documentary and I want you to direct it." And I was like, "Whoa, okay. I like that." Those some big shoes to fill because I know what B1 means to you. And I know the people that are already like putting B1 in the chat and really just tapping into that whole B1 vibe, that whole B1 movement. So when you said that to me, I was like, wow, okay, B1. So we can do it. Let me go into a space and get to work creatively, man. And, the first question just kind of dropped into my spirit, and I was like, wow, that's the first question. So, and y'all will hear that question in a minute, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited about this film, this project, everything that's going on now. I think it's perfect timing for it. I'm really excited about it, man. And, we got an all-star lineup, man. Now the boys pulled the all-star lineup together, man. And, it was real important too when you said, I don't really want any high-end celebrities. I want people that are true to B1, true to the movement. And I thought that was, authentic. And I said, yeah, that's really what needs to happen. So when you said that, I got it.
Yeah, brother. I didn't, I think around here, the people in this space are intelligent enough that they're not impressed just because you're mainstream successful.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get away from that. It's not necessarily a negative. It just means you have to prove that you put the community first. That you really value improving the condition of Black folks and I'm I believe that we should as a community gain the ability to create our own heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want heroes that were hand delivered to me by my oppressor. I want heroes that I chose.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it's all about. So this project took a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time. I'm so happy Rick participated. I respect this guy immensely. He is a great person to work with. He's a very good human being. And so I want to ask y'all this. So y'all ready to see the trailer? How you feel? You ready? Give me a yes in the chat if you're ready to watch it. Y'all will be the first ones who will get to see it. And
let me share the synopsis with them first. But go ahead.
Oh, some options. Oh, go ahead.
I know the synopsis. I say, let me share the synopsis with them first, but go ahead while you set it up.
No, you go ahead, man. You go ahead. Tell them about it.
So I just wanted to briefly share the synopsis with you all. And basically the synopsis is the pandemic has opened the eyes of Black people in America and put emphasis on the fact that we must start working together and put our needs first. Dr. Boyce Watkins and filmmaker Rick Mathis polled over 1 million people with this intriguing question. That question is, what is it going to take for Black people to start putting Black people first? And I want you all to comment in the chat, what it's going to take. Actually, also use the hashtag B1 the movie. And I want you to start sharing 30 to 60-second clips with what you feel it's going to take. Because right now, what we're doing is we're actually polling the people. When we say we polled over 1 million people, that means we put that question out to over 1 million people. So we actually want your feedback because you never know. Some of the comments or some of the videos that you all post may just end up in the film, of course, with your permission, but it may end up in the film because we want this to be authentic and we want you all to be a part of this B1 project. So I wanted to share that before we share the trailer.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share the screen from the YouTube channel. And hopefully this audio goes through okay. I haven't done a movie trailer like this before, with a screen share, but I will turn it all the way up and hopefully it'll come through okay. And so here we go. All right, so you all are getting a chance to see this first. We have not shown this to anybody. The film is still a work in progress to some extent, but this is the direction we're going. So 1 second here. Let me spread this out a little bit.
The pandemic has opened the eyes of Black people in America and put emphasis on the fact that we must start working together and put our needs first. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins of the Black Business School. I've teamed up with award-winning filmmaker Rick Mathis to poll over 1 million people with this intriguing question. What is it going to take for Black people to start putting Black people first? The word starts with love. Love is the most powerful force in the universe.
We've been conditioned for hundreds of years now to not love who we are.
I believe that we're in the midst of a great awakening right now.
It's going to take a very intentional effort to undo what society has done to us. We all are going through this experience together. So I encourage us to be less hard.
We don't even say hi to each other on the streets.
But when we lead with love, it's amazing how different our lives will look when we lead with love at all times, not just when it's convenient for us or not just when we receive it first.
Love is nice, but the biggest thing is what creates your opportunities is what you own and control. But now you better get yourself some money. So I got kids to support, man, and grandkids, and they gotta eat, man, and I can tell them I love them. They're gonna need some clothes on their rear.
To truly obtain Black power, Black people must first begin by looking within ourselves and realizing our true power.
We have to stop looking for validation outside of our community.
We've been waiting for people outside of ourselves to change in order to have what we desire, when the true power is actually within us.
If we're able to see ourselves and understand that we come from kings and queens, that we are the source, without us, nothing moves.
The whole world needs Black power. And as long as Black power is suffering, then everybody's gonna be suffering. They think they're gonna steal from us, rob from us, beat us down, chain us, and they not gonna suffer from that.
No Chinese person, no Latino, no Arab, no Jew, no white man has ever had to be asked such a question.
Nobody complains when the Indian man says he loves that Indian woman. Nobody complains when the Jewish man says, I want to do business with my Jewish brethren. Nobody says a damn thing when the Chinese man says, I only want to patronize Chinese businesses.
Other races feel threatened when Black people talk about putting Black people first because they're smart, because they get it. They understand, quiet as kept elephant in the room, that we're actually in a race.
I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Filmmaker Rick Mathis and I present the thought-provoking film B1 the Movie, a documentary that examines what it's going to take for us to start putting Black people first. However, the truth is that we're already first. We just need to accept it.
All right. Great job. All right. You know, I tell you, I was excited to see this trailer because I knew how much work was put into this. I mean, it took so long to get everything going, and you know, and I felt like this was a film that just had to be made. So how did it feel, Rick, just going through the motions and the process of kind of putting everything together?
Wow. I mean, to produce a film, you really have to get in the spirit of the film and embody the film. So for me to interview the people that we interviewed, and we interviewed a lot of people at the All Black National Convention. I think we interviewed about 30 or 40 people. But to interview those people, it was like going through a university and kind of getting a doctoral degree on Black people, on Blackness. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was amazing for me, man. I learned so many things and just really like tapping into what people were saying. For example, when you take Dr. Claude Anderson, whose books, you know, that we're covering now with the book night. I mean, he tells the story on how it was a race for people to get to America so that they can then become wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they came to America, they would receive land, you know, based on the amount of slaves that they had. Because at the end of the day, he said, we were the real wealth. Yes, you can have the land, but if you're not working the land or you don't have anyone to work the land, then it doesn't mean anything. You know, he breaks down the true meaning of racism, how Black people can't be racist because we don't have the power to be racist, and how the wealth was locked in white people's hands, and it is perpetuated and meant to be that way. And we were never meant to be citizens. You know, we were always supposed to be property here. And once slavery ended, now we had all these Black people who some was here and some came on ships, and they were like, okay, what are we going to do with all these Black people? So now, you know, you go down that rabbit hole. But I mean, producing the film, man, it was amazing, man. I definitely think, you know, you for the opportunity. I think the cast members, the team that helped to put this together, Raheem Shabazz was one of the ones who was right there with me. Y'all know him from Elementary Genocide. Terrell Henderson was another guy. Amanda was somebody else that was right there. You know, so we had like a full production team that was all on the same vibe, on the same vibration. You know, and right now we're in the post-production. So we're editing and we're putting the final pieces on the film so that we can present it to you in its entirety. But I mean, you know, I appreciate the opportunity and the cast members. So, you know, just to name a few, I have the board here. We have Dr. Alicia Watkins, who's in the film, you know, Dr. Claude Anderson. We have Riza Islam, Nuri Muhammad, Queen of Four. We have, I'm looking at the names now, Madam President. We got Mama Pia. We got Mary Dean that's in the film, Julian Gordon, King Randall, Jay Ortiz. We have Jacille Martin, who's Jay's sister, Constant Carter, D1, who you saw in the film. So Jay Morrison, we got a lot of people in here, man. Ash Cash. We got Caden, who's like 9, 10 years old, and he's doing some great things as it relates to like financial literacy and economic empowerment. So we have an all-star cast that's coming to you all. We're excited about this project, and we definitely look forward to presenting it to you. We'll actually be doing some things leading up to it where you can be a part of it. So we'll have more announcements, and just keep the things coming. At the end of the day, that question, what is it gonna take for Black people to start putting Black people first? That's something that, you know, you really need to think about and really need to start doing it. You know what I mean? Like really thinking of that, because you say, like you said earlier, you know, white people didn't stop us from getting on this. We didn't have to report and say, hey, can we get on this Zoom? At the end of the day, let's start doing it, man. And let's start believing in ourselves. Like you end at the film with the voiceover. We already first. We just got to accept it. Yeah. We already first. Everything that happens, you know, in entertainment, in sports, in business, really revolves around us. You know, we're the economic engine that keeps this thing going. And now it's time for us to capitalize and to really benefit from that so we can pass on and leave a legacy, you know, to our children, you know, so that you know, 2070 plan, we can be first in the next 50 years. You know what I mean? We can create jobs. We can put our health first, relationships first, you know, all of that. So that's what it's about, man. Are you going to share the YouTube link in the chat, or are you going to post it somewhere else?
Yeah. I'll put the link to the YouTube video in the chat, and that way everybody, if you could, you know, we are not like Tyler Perry Studios with you know, $100 million marketing budget or distribution deals with Lionsgate and stuff like that. You are our distribution network. And so I'm hopeful that if you feel compelled to do so, if you liked what you saw of the trailer, if everyone could quickly give a verbal confirmation that you will take this link and share it. If you could post it on social media, I would really appreciate that. And again, in exchange, I will, as soon as we release the film, or when we play digitally, I'm thinking we can include it in a Black movie night. You will be the first ones to know, since you're already here. You all are kind of the canaries in the mine in terms of everything that we're doing in this space. I let you all know things first. No one else saw this trailer until you saw it, because I see you guys as the core and you are the base of what we're trying to accomplish. So if you could give a yes in the chat to let us know that you will be okay with sharing this link on your social media, we'd appreciate it. And using the hashtag that Rick created to basically just show or answer that question, what will it take for Black people to put Black people first? And Rick is still doing some edits. And I look forward to seeing whether or not, any of these edits appear in the movie. So give me 1 second. I'm grabbing the link and I'm going to share it in the chat so everybody can see it and share it if you'd like to. So give me 1 second here. Hold on.
And that hashtag is hashtag B1 the movie.
Yes.
So when you share it, when you post your answer or your comment, please include the hashtag B1 the movie.
There we go. All right, so I'm sharing the link right now to the film, and so it should be in the chat, and also the hashtag is B1 the movie. Okay, thank you, Carmen, for sharing that. And yeah, so I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling emotionally drained a little bit after this conversation we had tonight. I feel like we made some progress. This is Black History Month, so I feel especially energized to have these discussions. And I'm so happy to get a chance to talk to you. I look forward to this all week long. And next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we will get together again. We will continue until we finish Black Labor, White Wealth, and then we'll move on to the next book. If you're in the Black Wealth Bootcamp or interested in taking a look, we meet tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So feel free to go to boycewatkins.com and you can join the bootcamp. Don't forget, you use the code word Dr. Boyce, all one word. You get 20% off anything in the Black Business School. So feel free to use that code Dr. Boyce, all is one word, and you can sign up for things if that's something you find of interest. All right, guys. So thank you so much, everybody, and thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Thank you again, man. Thank you.
Yes. And Ashe to Miss Gwendolyn. I know she.
We're pulling her energy in, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Big love to Big Mama. All right.